So Edge of Tomorrow is a new film starring Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. It's a science fiction action film, and at first I thought this was going to be a really confusing film, judging by the trailer how it made it out to be, but it actually wasn't that confusing whatsoever. Basically, Tom Cruise is this naval officer, and he basically gets dubbed for desertion, so therefore he has to go into battle on this beach with these aliens, and then he dies, but then he keeps waking up back on the ship where he was handcuffed and arrested. So he keeps going for this time loop where he basically goes into the battle, dies, and re-awakens and has to do it all over again. Now I really like that little structure it has. I thought it would make the film feel quite repetitive, but it doesn't. There's actually like fresh stuff in there every time he wakes up. He's like telling the other characters what they're about to say, and they're looking at him like, how do you know that and stuff, and he's like telling the general, yeah, I know your name, you do this, you have this in your pocket, say I'm a deserter, I'm gonna go into battle, blah blah blah. And it's like pretty cool seeing that kind of stuff. And basically he finds Emily Blunt, who's like this, I don't know what she is, she's like some kind of general or something, some kind of big warrior, and she knows what he's going through because the same thing happened to her, and she's trying to tell him how he keeps going through his loop and things. Anyway, and that's the general outline, and they have to use it to try and beat the aliens once and for all. Now I wasn't really expecting this film to be the best film or the worst film of the year. I expected it to be like a average decent film, but this film blew me away. I couldn't believe how good it was. It was so good. I looked on Rotten Tomatoes, it has 95% on Rotten Tomatoes, which when I last looked it did anyway, and I can see why, because this film is just thrilling as hell. I mean, it's so exciting, so action packed, special effects unbelievable, the aliens, like, whoa. I mean, you can tell how the humans are struggling to beat them because they're like super fast, like boom boom boom, kill, and kill stuff like that. Sorry for my rubbish impression, but but yeah, that's the basic like good stuff about Edge of Tomorrow. I can't really think of any bad things about this film because it was just so good. It was so captivating as well. I actually lost myself because I actually couldn't remember that I were in the cinema anymore. I was just like completely just hooked to this film. I was like, I completely forgot I was just sat in the cinema watching it like that. Like, I couldn't believe that. It was so good. I love seeing Tom Cruise train as well, because at first he's just an officer and he has no combat experience. He's not trained for the field or anything like that, so he has to train and get better and better, and he's just terrible. He keeps getting swacked by these machines that are supposed to be the aliens. He's flying all over it. Emily Blunt's just like, god damn it, you rubbish. And it's just really good to see that. And this is definitely one of Tom Cruise's best films in a while. I mean, I can't really remember the last time he was in a really hit blockbuster film, and this one is definitely his best film in a long time. Better than Oblivion by miles. And plus it's not as confusing as I thought it would be as well. I thought it would be really hard to understand, like Inception at first. I was just like, oh my god, what the hell does that mean? But this one's it actually explains it pretty simply for you. And the action is just, whoosh, it like never stops. The action's like here, there, everywhere. It's just awesome. So that's it really. So in the end, Edge of Tomorrow was exciting, action packed, special effects were awesome. It didn't feel repetitive, given that he's filling the same day over and over again. The actors were really good in their roles as well, and plus it's just a really clever, smart film as well. Really well thought out. One of the most well thought out films I've watched in a while actually. Really smart. So this is legit. Now I give Edge of Tomorrow 5 stars. 5 stars, yeah. It's definitely one of the best films of the year so far, and I highly recommend go watching it at your local cinema.